Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Daily Extra. This video is sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball's app makes it easy to keep up to date with transfer news, scores and stats in one place. To download the OneFootball app, click the link in the description. Go and do it. It's a Daily Extra, Baz. We were looking at the news. We were going, what can we talk about? What can we talk about? You know, that we haven't talked about 18 million times already.
Like Vlasic.
Like Vlasic. Sick of talking about Vlasic. But you know what? One story that I wanted to talk about, because I'm seeing someone in the comments talk about this when it was mentioned, and it mightn't even mean on the Daily, it might have just been through a tweet, and it was regarding Phil Foden. Now, he's just signed a big new contract at Man City. They obviously feel like he's the future of their football club. You know, probably to take over, you know, not from Silver, but from the other Silver, basically. And we had a chat yesterday, didn't we, on the Tuesday topic, and we were discussing, you know, players that could take us forward, and we were talking about all the young players and how it's very well. Number one, we'd say now it's very hard to be able to say with any certainty what these players are going to give you going forward. And then, you know, we also brought up their futures and said, you know, let's send some on loan, let's even maybe let some go and get buyback clauses, that kind of thing. And that's why I just wanted to have a chat about Phil Foden, because Chris Sutton has said he believes he should go to Everton on loan. I don't know why he's picked us out the hat. Maybe it's because this idea of because we're not a direct rival and because we're only down the road and the lad wouldn't have to move and all those things, you wouldn't have to unsettle him. But we've got to be past this now, haven't we, surely, as a football club? We've got to be past taking players like someone like a Phil Foden, although I don't really think we've took anyone like Phil Foden on loan before, really, but we've got to be past taking those kind of players on loan to the club.
Yeah, I think it's just a lazy link. These pundits just try not to get too like kind of paranoid about these things, because it does, you know, you don't know whether it is that, but it feels like it's always, well, they're outside, they're not one of the big six, so do you know what I mean? They're no threat, so he can go on loan to them. They'll take him because he's a good player at City. He can get into their side. When you look and go, he looks like a good prospect. I haven't seen a lot of him because he doesn't play a lot. Yeah, he looks like a nice little footballer, but where would he get in our team? Realistically, where would he get in Everton's side? Idea. So he couldn't play one of the three midfield positions. Well,
just him personally. So I mean, sometimes when these links come up, I always think, does the footballer know something, you know, we don't, in terms of, is his name being bandied around if Everton showed some interest? I think there's times when our name just get muted and you think, I mean, the last one was Ian Wright talking about Rashford, wasn't it?
Yeah. Although he said we should buy Rashford. He said he should leave United to
us. But it was with us, wasn't it? It was with us, and sometimes, and then that gets people excited and they're like, oh, has he heard something? Is there something? Where I'm not sure. I think you're right on this one. This is Chris Sutton just basically saying, well, Phil Foden needs to play. Everton would be a place to play. But you're absolutely right. First and foremost, where would Phil Foden get in our side? I noticed in the under-21s that he has now started to play for the England under-21s in the number 10 role, where Kieran Dowell's basically being sacrificed. And what I think the rationale behind that is that the way England works now, and I think this is you know, works really well, is that someone has said higher up, and it's probably is Southgate. He's the future. We need to start getting him into that position now, and he plays, and it doesn't matter about anything else, he plays. And I can understand that. But Kieran Dowell's in that position, and obviously he's very highly rated at Everton, and you think, well, if Phil Foden came to Everton, that would knock Kieran Dowell down another notch down. And for some people at Everton, maybe not everyone, but they see Kieran Dowell as our version of Phil Foden, someone who doesn't play, but they have got a lot of confidence that when it clicks and when at the right time, he will play in our team.
Yeah, I mean, I look at Phil Foden. He's only slight, isn't he? He's a slight footballer. He's very clever, nice on the ball. And I'm not saying he hasn't got loads of ability, because he has, quite clearly. You know, they've just given him a 6-year deal. Pep loves him, so quite clearly he's a good footballer. But we're not. Whether anyone else believes it, we're not at the stage where we have to beg, borrow and steal from Premier League clubs to try and make us better. We're making our own way towards that top 6, and we'll do it by buying players. And I just look at our team now and go, where would he get in? You can get in any of the midfield three. He's not going to get in before Sigurdsson, because he's not as good as Sigurdsson. Simple as. At the moment, he may well be 10 times better than him in 3 or 4 years, but at the minute he's not as good as Gylfi. He's not going to play there. We don't need another little slight midfield player. And then what's going to play on either wing? Where? On the right, he's not quick. He's not exactly like lightning, is he? Can't knock it over, so slows it down. We've got Bernard on the other side, who I'd rather have any day. So, to me, it's just Sutton going, well, he's not good enough for the top 6, and you wouldn't want him going to the bottom half of the table. And like you said, Everton are down the road, and Everton are a good side, good up-and-coming side, as he calls them. And he could play there and it wouldn't disrupt them too much. To be fair though to Sutton, I don't like being fair to Chris Sutton, he did have the little caveat underneath of the saying, and don't know if he'd get in Everton's side, but that would be a good club for him to go to. That's the only bit of fairness I'm going to play out for Chris Sutton, because normally he's just nonsense, he just chats nonsense. But yeah, for me, this has to stop. I don't know how we stop it, other than we just don't take it on. We just keep buying it. Or I don't know how you stop those things.
Well, I think,
how do you stop those links?
Well, I mean, you can't ever stop those links, and that's that's fine. Yeah. But I think just as for Everton, we've got to. I don't think we're going to be in the market for any of these players anymore. Okay, look, we've got a player on loan in Andre Gomez. He's come from Barcelona. Yeah. He's a player going into the peak of his career. He's a player we want to keep. That's very obvious, and that's fine. I don't mind taking those players. I'm not saying I'm reluctant to take players on loan, because I'm not. Because sometimes a loan deal gets to me. They suit you. Some loan deals suit you. If it's something that you're desperate for, a position you're desperate for, or you think there's a possibility of a longer term deal if it works out for everyone, don't mind that. But it's this idea of, you take Phil. I mean, this is what we were talking about for our players, for our club to be doing with our players, is pushing our players out on loan at top clubs, or selling them to top clubs with buyback clauses and saying, you fatten them up and then we get the benefit of them. We shouldn't be doing that for other teams, and I don't suspect we will be doing that for other teams, but it's just this idea that we would, and I think it's utter nonsense. Like you said, it's just pure lazy journalism, and I don't entertain that link for an absolute second. No, I really don't.
I don't think there's anything in it, to be honest. I think it is lit. But the thing is that when you're taking someone like Kurt Zouma, when you're taking a lad who's played in the Premier League, so Man City said, for argument's sake, Bernardo Silva's available for loan for a year, because do you know what I mean? Someone like that who's a player who plays, he's experienced, and Everton went, well, you know what? We need someone on the right. Take him. Like you said, there might be an opportunity to keep him if he does well. If he doesn't, we've got an experienced player, same as Zouma. Phil Foden's not experienced. So Phil Foden would be coming here for us to give him his experience. I had enough of this with John Stones when he was our player, and people were like, yeah, just develop him for us, and then we'll take, it's just... No, Zuma's, to me, is totally different, because Zuma's played for Chelsea in the Premier League, played in France in the top league, he played for Stoke in the Premier League, and he's now coming here, and I think there's a good chance that Everton will keep Zouma, to be honest with you, because I think the fella who played at Anfield this week might be on his way to Chelsea, Koulibaly, so there's an opportunity for Everton to maybe keep Zouma, but...
Of course you've got to be able to use the loan market, as we said there, if someone like Rashford became available, Anthony Martial, let's just say.
But these are players who are playing.
Exactly, they've played for 2 or 3 seasons. You know you're going to get instant rewards. You know they're going to help your squad. Whereas the idea of bringing some young kid in, it's just utter nonsense to me. I just think it shows a... I don't know if it shows a disrespect by Chris Son. I just think it shows that a lot of people are not on the same wavelength as, you know, us as fans or us as a club.
I suppose
where we want to go, not where we're going. We're never gonna sit here and go, we're gonna be after the cream, you know,
the creme de
la creme. But what we want is we want to try and go and get the very best players, not develop other people's players. And I think, and that's not, you know, this is not anything to do with Everton. Everton haven't sort of come out and said, oh, we're in the market with these players, but it's just a shit link, isn't it?
I think for us, probably the only real way we get rid of this kind of stuff is to just get better and better, so that they then start looking and going, it's not really going to go there because they're a threat now to that or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's the only way we can do it. You know, what I would say is the market of players we're now linked with is getting better. It used to be players who fucking first division clubs are after and stuff, you know, they clump us in. And that's, a lot of it comes from having people in the media who are anti-Everton. Yeah. So it's a thing that gets put out to make us look.
You mean like Danny Murphy?
Like that. Well, Danny Murphy's done it today, hasn't he? With the you know, those Everton fans who were put on the back of the Daily Fail yesterday, and you know, he's come out and said the worst abuse he's ever seen is Barkley. You know, when he went to Chelsea, forgetting, you know, what goes on with Liverpool and Sterling and stuff. But in terms of this, in terms of the loan thing, I think it's fine when it's someone like Andre Gomez. I think, listen, if Gabriel Barbosa is available in January, I'd be more than happy to take him on loan, because you're taking him on loan to see, A, can he do it in the Premier League, and B, does he fit the way we play? And then you try to get him. You try him before you buy. This kind of player, you know, try before you buy. It's just a purely a development thing. It's
a strange link. As I say, I mean, I don't really understand why you would think that Everton would be a good fit. I just don't understand that kind of, you know, mentality. Do you know? I mean, a good link for Foden. You know, to me, somewhere like Bournemouth would actually be a perfect fit for him. Do you know what I mean? Somewhere where
they might feel the same, mightn't they? They might go,
well, they might.
We don't want to develop like
but I imagine they'd be a little bit more open to it. They've done it before.
Wilshere,
yeah. I imagine they'd be a lot more open to it. And they play that style of football.
And they do play a good way, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with a lad having to go out of his comfort zone and playing somewhere else. And Man City are obviously want to be very careful with this player. I know they just signed to a new contract, so it's not an issue, but with them losing players in the like that Sancho leaving, going to, you know, go because they don't feel like this lad's obviously going to have a career path, and probably part of that career path will be going on loan to a Premier League club, and it will be all about picking the right one for him. But
no, thank you.
I don't.
If they want to offer us Gabriel Jesus or Aguero on loan, then yeah, I'll take that. I'll let them pat me on the head for Aguero. Give us 30 goals, no problem. But not for an up and coming kid. No. I think those days for us are way behind us. I think potentially if Martinez was still here and we didn't have the money, then yeah, someone like Phil Foden, probably you'd go, well, yeah, because he'll help us. You know, he'll come in and save. But not now. We don't need that. We don't need to chase those kind of players. Just on the Gomez thing, because I know that, you know, there's been a lot of talk about him staying and talking about pundits patting us on the head or whatever. He's good enough to play for Man United, according to Gary Neville or Tottenham.
What's funny is that Barcelona offered him to Man United and mean it, and they didn't want a deal. So
just nice though, isn't it? Nice that Gary thinks that, you know, Everton have got a player that good enough for Man United.
You're in that team that's like 2 points ahead of us.
Yeah. So, nice one, Gaz. Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he, you know, is a Barcelona player probably suggests that he is good enough.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'd say
do you know what I mean?
Weird. Very weird. Well, because I wrote on the thing, Mank Tit.
You did.
And that probably
you did write
sums him
Mank
up
Tit.
perfectly.
Although I do actually like Gary.
I like him, but I just think sometimes when it's United and that, when he first came in, I was like, oh, he's amazing. He can see the faults. Now he just chats nonsense about them. He's fallen into the Liverpool pundits about Liverpool.
Do you know why? Know why? Know whose fault that is? Carragher's.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it is because they both work off each other, so that their allegiances come out.
Yeah.
Although Carragher's still up for subject. Well, it is, isn't it? It is massively
everywhere.
He's like massively. He's a professional Liverpool fan.
He is a professional Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Any Everton thing that goes on, he's there.
Yeah.
He's on the fucking Everton podcast the other week with his mate Tony.
Oh yeah,
Tony one.
Yeah.
And you.
I played Goodison with him.
And you got the Everton.
And he had the Everton kit on.
Fucking holding the bat.
I've seen him running around running around the city in an Everton sacky top.
Huh?
While working out.
So.
I mean, he turned the jumper inside out, but he still had it on.
Because he's not really one.
Well, he doesn't want people to see him. People
course.
take pictures of him. Of course, he's a professional Liverpool fan.
But yeah, so we understand why you say Neville is, because when you get someone attacks you, you come back worse, don't you?
Of course.
But yeah, no, but I do actually like Gary Neville. But he was being a man sit there.
Yeah, I mean,
because I look at United and I think, well, you know, Rashford and Pogba might just be good enough for Everton. Maybe De Gea.
Pogba would look
maybe.
Good. In the catalogue at Christmas selling the gear, he'd look good in that. It's a good close-off.
The thing is, mate, I think if Marco Silva had Pogba, you'd get a tune out of him because he's got everything. I just think he's got to be.
Oh, he's a terrific
Don't
player.
forget at Juventus, he was brilliant.
He's a terrific.
He's with the wrong man. For me, he's with the wrong man.
He needs we've seen this summer in the World Cup how good he can be if you, and that's in the same position this fella wants him to play in.
If he had a manager, if he was like on the same page as and really liked him, he could be one of the, if not the best, but he could be definitely one of the top 3 midfield players in the Premier League in terms of consistency.
He could be one of the top 3 in the world. Yeah, it's not that hard. There aren't that many amazing midfielders in the world.
But what I mean with him is he's got so much to his game. But as we seen at Goodison last year in the second half, when he stepped up, you were like, he was amazing. What the hell, he's like a base source. And yet the year before, he didn't get. He was amazing at Goodison once he got the New Year's Day. Yeah.
Problem with him is that I know we're talking not a lot of Phil Foden here. Maybe we'll bring him on long. Huh? The problem is that he does something and then he does something stupid immediately after, and he can't cut that out because it's like hardwired. And I don't know whether that's a reflection on I'll show the manager what I can do. Whereas when he keeps it simple and then, like France in the summer, pops it off, does something nice further up the pitch where you can. But yeah, different class. He's a tremendous player. We'll take him on. Yeah, there you go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I mean, listen, there wasn't a lot to talk about yesterday, but you're just thinking, yeah. What about Abel before we finish? Because people are saying, where's this Decore link? Well, the Decore link was all last week. Alright, okay. I just said where was the Decore link? No, a couple of other people said, but then just go and watch Marco Silva's press conference as well, by the way. What did you make of him quickly the other night? Because he is someone who we tried to get in the summer. So Silva obviously likes him. What did you make of his performance the other night? Could you see him in our midfield? Yeah. I mean, wouldn't be that difficult. Well, I mean, I don't mean that with he's a good player. I think that's clearly the kind of player we're going to try and sign. Yeah. I think for me, that is definitely the kind of player. So you put him alongside Gomez quite comfortably, and then have Gylfi. Yeah. The physique of the two as well. I think it stops you being over. I think you need someone like that. You need someone in there who just intimidates. Just plays straight off the bat. Yeah, I like Gomez. I don't think he intimidates people. No, he's a footballer, isn't he? But I'm saying Decore's not a footballer. No, I'm saying he's a ball player, but I think Decore, he's got a bit of Gomez, not as good, he's got a bit of Garner, and he can get into the box as he proved the other night. Yeah, no, I think he's a tremendous player. I don't know whether we'd get him out of Watford. That would be the major issue. But who knows? We got the Richarlison out, and I didn't expect us. I thought there was going to be like a transfer ban for the next 74 years. I thought there was more chance of seeing Haley's Comet than seeing a Watford player come to Everton. At the end of the day, more chance of seeing Elton John in his undies playing on a stage at Goodison.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Well, he played like in Duncorn and that.
Yeah, at Widnes it was.
Widnes, so.
At Widnes.
So
And it wasn't even, you know...
It's just like,
I don't even know if it was sold out.
Oh, Elton's there. Oh, was he? Yeah. Oh, let's have a look, yeah. Right, get met. Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Talking about concerts, that's all
I believe so, yeah. I couldn't get tickets.
Oh my god! Anyway...
I'm made up, I'm not well. I'm going
You're made up, you're not well.
No, made up that I don't have to go out.
You don't want to, you could have...
I would have been made up to
you could have gone to see McCartney.
Well, I couldn't because I couldn't get a ticket.
Because you do understand that the next time he has a tour will probably be his last tour. Think about how expensive those tickets are going to be.
I'm just thinking about...
Hey, Baz! Don't look so sad!
I'm not so sad. Oh, where's your next line? If I'm backing you, you've got to, you know...
I was going to say...
I could have got...
Take that Christmas jumper back to Asda!
You've gone a bit high. Is that where we got it from? Asda? Asda ripping us off as well.
Hey, Baz!
Don't make me laugh.
Get a Jack Ma's bar.
No, I've just had one. It's made me feel...
Here they are, they're called Titans.
Gone a bit high there, your pills are a bit high.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You put it into
your mouth. Don't mean that, mate. It was only a chocolate bar. Chocolate bar, chocolate bar, chocolate bar.
Na 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 na.
Jack
Titan.